Hello, hi. How are we doing today? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Hi, this is Riggs. And I'm Kelsey. And today we're gonna film a daily vlog. It is noon because I'm a sleeper. He's a sleeper. Today we're not doing anything particularly exciting, but I want to bring you along. Day of my life. Little spiel that I give at the beginning. 26, hybrid employee, trying to lose 100 pounds. Have 3 dogs, on a budget. Any more questions? Hello. I am just getting out of bed. I was on Bolshoi Ballet Academy TikTok, got in a hole and laid in the bed longer than I should have, but it's the weekend and that's what the weekend can be for. You know what I mean? So I'm about to go make coffee. I do need to weigh. Sorry if that's triggering for anyone, but I do that every day. So I'm gonna do that, and obviously not while I'm holding him. Look at how big he is. He's ginormous. But yeah, that's the vibe today. We're gonna do a vlog. We need to clean some. We need to do some yard work. I want to go on a little like hike walk situation in our neighborhood to this like river. And then what else? I don't know. Oh, we need to go to the grocery store. I don't know. We're just gonna get up to stuff. Some weekend stuff. Does that sound good to you? Alright, I'm gonna go start making some coffee. I ran out of my Nespresso pods, so I'm going old school with a regular coffee maker, so you can join me in figuring out how to do that. Alright, say goodbye. Say bye, vlog. Bye, vlog. Okay, coffee time. I just like kind of skipped over the ballet TikTok stuff. I have an, obviously look at my body. I did not do ballet. I'm also short. So, and I have no rhythm and I never did. I did ballet for like 1 year when I was 3 and hated it and stopped. Anyway, I have a crazy obsession with ballet. Like, it's a problem. One of my besties did ballet and I like lived vicariously through her because she was amazing and did it like pre-professionally and was like really good. But I don't know why I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with like the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they like talk about dance, like their practices, the way that they like prep their point shoes. I'm obsessed with it. And I want to go to a show. I want to go see the Nutcracker again, like this winter, obviously when the Nutcracker comes out, at the Fox, because I haven't been in a few years. Actually, it's been quite a while since I've been, but I'm literally obsessed. I don't know how to explain it, don't know where it came from, don't know why, but I'm obsessed. So that's what I was doing on TikTok. Sorry, instead of doing anything productive, but now I'm gonna be productive, so all is well. Turn on some lights so maybe you guys could see a little bit of something. There's 1 tablespoon, can you see? There's 1 tablespoon of brown sugar and a little bit of cinnamon in here because that's my go-to. And I mean, look how cute this is. Is that? Look. Okay, but slay. That was exactly 1 cup. Or 1 mug, not 1 cup. Oh my gosh. It's very hot. Alright, I'm gonna let that mix a little and then I'm gonna get some half and half. Alright, half and half sourced. Just the Publix one. And then we're gonna do 30 milliliters, right? Yeah, 30 milliliters. Cheers. Oh, All right, delicious. I also made a little element for the morning. I did citrus salt today, just because I hopefully plan to be outside for a long time today, and I'm like really struggling with the heat in Georgia. It says it's mostly sunny. Okay, it's 88 degrees. It's 12:20. It's supposed to get up to like 92 or something. I'm just like really having a hard time with the heat. I understand that I'm like heavy and that's part of it, but I've been heavy my whole life. And this year is just like really taking me out. Like I cannot be outside for that long. So I'm mega hydrating today, and I'm gonna hope that that makes it better because I have plants outside. I want to do yard work. We bought some like mulch, and I want to show you guys like the start end of that project. I want to do that today. Then I also want to go to the river. So I can't be like heat exhaustioning out on the street, you know? So, oh, Riggs. So, I'm gonna drink this whole thing, and I'm gonna drink my coffee, and I'm gonna pretend, right over there at the table, I'm gonna pretend like it's a nice lovely fall morning, and I'm romanticizing the leaves changing. That's what I'm gonna do right now. I wanna talk about books and bricks. I've decided that I need to get off the internet. I need my screen time to be like 0, because it's getting out of hand, and it is negatively impacting my mental health. Don't get me wrong, I'm like never gonna fully go like dark probably on the internet, because I like posting, I like interacting with people, I like seeing like recipes on TikTok and stuff, but I cannot consume content without comparison, or I need to like take control of my life instead of living it through other people on the internet, basically. And I can't control myself when it comes to social media or screen time and the little like apps that turn them off, or that you can easily bypass that. And I'm like addicted, so if I want it, I'm gonna get it, you know? And so I found this thing on TikTok. See, this is the problem. I wouldn't have found it without TikTok. And there's a lot of like things that I've learned, and like cleaning things and recipes and stuff that I really do enjoy on TikTok, but I need to distance myself from it. But moving on, there's this thing, it's called a brick, and it's like, it looks like a little kid's toy, sort of. It's just like it's a square block magnet, and it's called a brick, and you can brick your phone. Basically, you can tell, there's an app that goes with it, and then you have like the physical like magnet thing, and you can turn off apps when your phone is bricked. So for me, that would be all social media, for example. But you could do it with like, if you were going on vacation and you didn't want to work or something like that, you could do it with your work app. There's a lot of ways you can use it, but the only way that you can unbrick your phone is by touching the magnet. So you like tap like your phone on the brick, and that will unbrick it. So for example, if you were to go outside in the world and you left the brick at home and your phone was bricked, you couldn't access it. Like, it's just, you can't. There's no way to bypass it. I think there's like an emergency off option, but you can only use it like a couple times. And when would there be an emergency that I would need to access Instagram? Like, if it was a real emergency, 1, you can still call people, 2, I can still text people, 3, I can still get on the internet, like Safari. So mine would not be like, I wouldn't need to use the emergency situation. But I think I want to get one. There's also another one, and it's cheaper, so I'm gonna get that one instead. And it's called Bloom, I think, and it's like a little card shape. It looks like a little credit card, and it's like a stainless steel looking credit card thing, and it basically does the same thing. And I think that would be beneficial. And this sounds, I mean, imagine explaining this to like a pilgrim or like your great grandmother or something. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, I have this little card that I take with me so I don't like get on my phone instead of looking outside and touching grass. That's crazy. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And times are different these days. And I need to get off the internet. I need to get off the internet. And some people are probably like, just turn your phone off, you idiot. I don't have one of those personalities, okay? Don't have one of those personalities. I can't do it myself. So I need some assistance. And so I put that on my Christmas list and hoping that someone gets it for me for Christmas. And if not, maybe I'll buy that for myself for Christmas as my like one little present, even though that seems like I'm buying myself a punishment, but it's gonna be better in the long run because it's gonna benefit me. The reason I started telling you about this, get to the point, is I want to start reading books. And I know. I don't like reading books. Never liked reading books. Didn't like reading them as a child. Didn't like reading them in high school. Used Spark Notes as much as I could. I was a straight A student, so don't yell at me or nothing. But like if we had to read a book, I wasn't reading it. I was reading Spark Notes and crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. And it didn't work out for me, but it doesn't work out for everybody, so I don't condone that behavior. But I don't like reading. I like audiobooks. But I think this could be like a much larger conversation, but I will try to keep it semi-short. I mean, it's really already not short, but I feel like I'm getting dumber, partially due to my phone. And second, because I'm not like learning stuff, I feel like I'm getting dumber. So I would like to remedy that and read books so I can become smarter. But the thing about me is I'm not really interested in like fiction, like that was a weird sound. Colleen Hoover, like romance books, telling like I'm not interested in that really. The only exception might be like the new Hunger Games book. Well, it's not really that new anymore, but because I'm already so invested in the series that's allowed, but I don't like reading. I just don't care. I'm just like, what's the point in reading this? It's not saying that they're not good books and they're not well written and people don't like them. I get it, but I just don't like them. So I'm trying to find books that are gonna like help me learn things, or like maybe like classics that may be fiction but are like cult classics that everybody should read in their life. I'm really into philosophy, so I want to maybe try to read some of those. And then I like got on like the Communist Manifesto and I haven't ever read that, but I'm like, is that really what the path that I'm going? I'm so down bad that I'm gonna try to read the Communist Manifesto to learn something. That sounds a little bit extreme, but something like that. I did download Goodreads. Basically, I'm telling you all this because if you are like into that, I didn't really give you a clear picture, but like some historical fiction might not be too bad. So if you like historical fiction or like classic books, we're talking like 1984, Fahrenheit 51, Animal Farm, like stuff like that. I also have a little bit of like I'm really into like the dark stuff as it pertains to like real world things. So that also, if you have any recommendations, can you leave them down below? I do have a Goodreads and I'm gonna like look at stuff and maybe try to read. But if I don't have social media, what am I gonna do to pass my time, you know? And I don't want to just listen because I don't think that's like benefiting me really as much. So, and the only time I would really listen to an audiobook is in the car, and I like to listen to my podcast to like brain rot in the car. So anyway, I'll like put a list of the ones that I'm thinking about reading and you guys can influence it because I need some help, because it feels like a child who's never gone to school is trying to learn again, and that's like kind of a problem. I like really desperately want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for some reason, which is very weird. I don't ever eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but we don't have regular peanut butter. We only have the PB2 powder peanut butter, which it'll do the job. But I have my powdered peanut butter that I have mixed with water. And I also only have Dave's Killer Bread, which is my favorite bread. However, if you want like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it's not ideal bread. Like you need like soft, traditional bread, in my opinion. But you know, if you have a craving, eat whatever you're craving. And so that's what I'm doing. This is not jelly, these are preserves. It's the Bon Maman, I think is how you say it. Please don't. I don't speak French, okay? Let me put my bread on the scale, and one serving of this is 50 calories, so it's really not that bad. It's 20 grams. And I have another piece of bread. And we're gonna see, it's also the best. I know it's not like jelly, but it is the best jelly-esque substance, and the raspberry one specifically is the best. And there we have it. This is like not the correct ratio of peanut butter in my opinion, but I'm trying to I have goals, okay? So I'm gonna eat this and then get ready to go to the store. We are about to leave to go to Aldi. We'll also have to go to Walmart. I might bring you into Walmart with us, but I will not be bringing you into Aldi because it's like Saturday afternoon and it's usually quite busy, and Aldi is not like that big. But I will give you a haul when we get home. And I'm excited about the meals that I'm making this week. So I'll like kind of go over what ingredients are for what meals if you guys are interested in that, like what I'm cooking this week on a budget and calorie friendly, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the plan. You're gonna come with us. I don't know how much you're gonna see of this, but let's get some freaking groceries. All right, everybody, here's our haul. I'm gonna go through this, but here's the overview. I did not end up taking you into Walmart with us because it was just chaotic and I just didn't want to do that. So we're gonna do rapid fire haul, okay? So at Walmart, we got this candle, starting with some home goods. Then at Aldi, we also got this candle and this candle. Lovely. We go through candles like crazy around here, and these are like $4. So that's what we're doing for now. And then we got some peppermint oil for pest control. Then we got dog treats. These are cheap and our dogs like them. I know they're not the best for them. Next, we have our snacks and dessert situation. These are mostly for Zach, but these are for me. These are the Skinny Cow ice cream sandwiches, my most favoriteest dessert. And then he got these because he's insane and wishes it was fall right this minute. And then these these football and pumpkin cookies. So those are his desserts. He also got these from Aldi. They're Cheeto dupes. They taste like the baked ones. He also got these and these from Walmart. So those are his snacks. Next, oh, sorry, you're in the cabinet. It's just easiest. Then for meat, we got 3 packs of this grass-fed 93.7 beef from Aldi. This is really good, and we're having like a problem, or I'm having a problem. The cheaper meat is usually higher in calories, so we have to figure out how to like balance that, because obviously I want lower calorie stuff, but then these are a little bit more expensive. I think these are like $7 instead of $5, and that adds up over time. Then we got this chicken. I didn't want to get a whole pack because we already have chicken in the freezer right now, so I just got the little pack, so I'm gonna put that up. All right, and then for just like miscellaneous things, I got this granola from Walmart. I've never had this one, but the Simply Purely Elizabeth one, it's too much, so we're doing this one instead. And then I got Prosecco from Walmart also, And then, we were only supposed to get 2 of these boxes, but we split up and we both ended up getting them. But we got the Goodles, however you say them. We really like these. Last night we had beef, broccoli, and this, and it was honestly really good. And then Zach got this one to try. So, the like deluxe version. All right, continuing the pasta. Also for dinners, I got this rotini and these bow tie from Aldi, like them, and I'm using them for our dinners, like I said. And then we also got everything bagels from Aldi. These are really good, and we eat a lot of them. And then cooking spray, I know, so thrilling, exciting. Canned corn cream of chicken, also for dinners. And then ranch seasoning, also for dinners. Excuse me, you're in our spice cabinet. Let me put that back there. Dairy is next on the list. We got shredded parm for one of the recipes, along with regular sharp cheddar. We got the reduced fat one because calories. Those are both from Aldi. This is from Walmart. It's the chive and onion cream cheese, which is a favorite in our house. Plain Greek yogurt for my yogurt bowls. As you know, I have every day. Then we got half and half. I was looking for the Laughing Cow, like little squares, but they have these at Aldi. So I got these to try instead, and they're pepper jack. And then we got cheese dip, or queso, also for recipes. Next, produce. I'm counting this as produce. Medium fresh cut salsa for one of the recipes. Shredded lettuce recipe. Bell peppers, also recipe. And then 2 onions, raspberries because I like them, and sliced mushrooms. And then, very exciting find, I finally found Cosmic Crisp apples. And I'm so excited to try them because Honeycrisp is my favorite, but apparently these are like even better than Honeycrisp apples, and I am stoked. My refrigerator is open. Hold on. I cannot wait to try those. I might actually have one for lunch. But that's all the produce we got today. And normally I get like berries, but I don't need them this week for my recipes. I need to put away my clothes, and I also want to show you the indoor project that I would like to do today, and tell you about the dinners that I'm making. So I'm gonna put away my clothes and tell you about the dinners that I'm making, but first I'm gonna show you the project because it's in this room. So don't mind the fact that they're crooked. I know. We have these frames, and you can't really see because of the light, but they're photos that we took when we got engaged. But now, because we're married, I want to like redo this. It also doesn't really fit the aesthetic that I'm going for anymore. So I'm trying to move away from the black and white and trying to make it like more warm, cozy, French country, organic modern-esque instead of like the stark black and white. I'm obviously not using different frames though. So I got pictures printed out, which I'll show you guys, and they're like little. And got poster board that I showed you at Walmart. That's like off-white. It's not quite as stark white. You can kind of see as the mats are for that. And I don't know if you know anything about framing, but getting mats made it's expensive, and that's not in the budget. We're trying to do a budget project. My final vision for these is to have like a fabric mat behind them, so it's like you have like the texture, but we can't do that at the moment. So that poster board was like $3. We can do that though. So my plan, to remove that, cut out the poster board mat, and then put the new photos in there. So I'm hoping to get that done today because I think it's going to make a difference. I'm doing little projects here and there in the house to renovate. We have already painted all of the doors. You can see they're painted. We painted all the walls, we painted all the doors, we painted the hallway and the office. We've replaced all of the hardware and most of the hinges. We have a couple doorknobs left because they're like indoor outdoor, but outdoor needs to be black and indoor needs to be gold, so those are more expensive. So we haven't got those yet, but we got most of them. And we've done just some like general fixing up or like removing some of the old stuff from the previous owners. We also painted this wall. You've seen that though. This is not the final vision. We're gonna do picture frame molding on this wall and do some like sconces. I think it's gonna be really cute. But for the time being, because we're on a budget and I'm trying to pay off debt, I'm not really doing anything except like little tiny projects like this. But little tiny projects like this can make a big difference. So that's what we're doing. And see, like this, just the color palette just doesn't go really. So I'm hoping that the new photos do. But what I was saying, the new photos are of us, our wedding. So I'm excited. I don't love like photo decor, but I'm hoping, because I got only like 5x7, so they're gonna be way smaller than this. I'm hoping that it's like tasteful. Tasteful photos. This one also, I'll turn around and show you. We have this frame, and I know these are like too similar to be near each other, but I don't have anywhere else to put it for now. Let me get in. You can't see. But that's actually us, right there, in the cute little vintage car in Big Sur on our elopement day. And I've been bullied by some of my friends to film like an elopement Q&A or an elopement story time. I thought I could break it up into 2 videos. If you guys are interested, I hope you are. I have a lot to share, so I hope that you are interested. But me and my husband, we eloped in April of this year in Big Sur, California, and I think not a lot of people do that. So I have some fun things to share, and I thought I could do like one story time video and then one like details video, because I'm very long-winded, so we'll be here all day if I do both in the same video. But like the details, I could show you guys like the announcements that we sent out, and some of the details of like the day, like my dress and shoes and vow books and rings and stuff, and then like the vintage car that we rented. There's a lot of details that I could go over, and then the story time could just be like how it came to be, what we did that day, how I decided on that, like that kind of good stuff. So that's the plan. I am going to film that. I know it's like different than my normal content, but I think it'll be fun. And we also have, I'm so sorry, I will literally shut up in a second, but our photographer she is not a videographer, but her husband came with her because it's like a freaking cross-country trip, and he had a vintage camcorder that she thought it could be fun if he like filmed with the vintage camcorder some. And so we actually do have a elopement video that she put together that I could share. I can like cover the music so I can like show you guys. The photos were absolutely amazing, and I can't say enough good things, but I'll give you like all her information when I do that. But he did like amazing, and it was so fun, and she was like, we're not like videographers, but he has this, and it turned out amazing, and I love it, and it's just like a fun memory to have for us. And so I can like put that at the end of one of the videos. I think that would be cute to share. So that's the vibe. That's what we're doing. Okay, I've collected my tools and belongings to do this, but I don't have a lot of the stuff that you should probably have. So fingers crossed this turns out okay. Firstly, we're gonna do one frame at a time. I have my frame, I have my poster board. The photos are in here, which I'll show you. Tape measure, and then tape and a pencil. So that one. That one. This one. Get off the tape. Get off the table. Get off the table. Get off the table. Briggs. No, sir. And this one. I think those will be so super cute. Okay, so my plan is I'm gonna take the mat that came in the frame, and I laid it on the poster board. And because I'm not the best at cutting straight, I'm gonna use 2 can like put it in the corner, basically. And now, the moment of truth. Okay, now we're gonna put it in the frame. Should I put the other one in there just so it doesn't... That'd be too thick. Let's see. I think. Right, moment of truth. Oh, it's cute. Oh, it's cute. Do you guys like it? Oh, let me turn off the light. I mean, you're not gonna be able to see, but I think that looks so much better. It goes so much better with the general vibe. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it looks a lot better, and I love it. I forgot to show you guys with the lights on, because I forgot that those lights are more than just decoration. So now I think it looks so much better with the lights. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Is it perfect? No. Is it good enough? Yes. Next on the docket is yard work. Zach already cut the front yard and weeded some of it, and now he's pulling weeds. And my job is to cut this hill that we have because it's like full of rocks and it's a pain in the ass to weed eat. But I figured out it's probably not good for the lawnmower, but it gets the grass cut without rocks going everywhere. If I like push the lawnmower down like a little bit so the front wheels like aren't on the ground, I can cut the grass without hitting any rocks. Is that recommended? Probably not, but that's what I'm about to do. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll probably cut the back also. We're going to the gas station because if you've been here for a second, you know that our filtered water out of our fridge tastes very bad to us. Personal preference here. And we forgot to get water at the store, and I'm so thirsty. So we're going to the gas station to get water, and he wants a Gatorade. And then we're gonna come back and make dinner because it is 8:30. We have returned from the gas station, and now I'm making dinner now that it's 9 p.m. For starters, we have broccoli in the steam bag in the microwave. We have Goodles, the Cheddy Mac one. It needs milk, and I put butter and a little bit of extra cheese in there. Then we have my portion of ground beef that I cook separately, and then the rest of the ground beef right there. And that's what we're having for dinner. It was actually very satisfying last night when we had it, so I'm excited to have it again. Dinner is served. It looks radioactive, but it's so good. It's so good. I mean, it looks delicious. Also, little change of plans. He got called to watch the dogs for our friends that are on baby watch. So we're gonna eat this, and then he is gonna part for the evening. And I don't know what I'm gonna get up to, but that's the plan for now. I might like read a book. I don't really know what's gonna happen, okay? Listen, I don't want you guys to get it twisted, okay? I love my husband dearly, truly, deeply. I am not the kind of person to marry literally anyone unless I truly, down to my soul, love them, okay? So please don't take my words out of context. But I love a boyless evening, okay? Everything is exactly, as a type A girl, okay? Everything is exactly where it needs to be. Everything is pristinely put away, cleaned. The dishwasher is running. The laundry is done. The blankets have been washed. the bed. Can you, I don't know if you can see. Maybe I'll show you. Oh, can you see? Right in there, the bed. Fresh sheets, cleaned, made, exactly the way that I want it to be made. I have a little glass of Prosecco, and I have a book, and it's gonna be the best night ever. It is 10 p.m. though, so it's not gonna be a very long evening because he left like 30 minutes ago, but I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna read my book with my dogs, and then I'm gonna go to bed. And it's gonna be amazing. And I appreciate a boy other than Riggs. He is a boy, and he is still here. A boyless evening. Do I want one every single night? Absolutely not. No, I don't. But, okay, I'm sorry to disturb you, Riggs. But tonight I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of it. And I'm also probably gonna enjoy it tomorrow because I don't know anything about babies or labor. But he's probably not coming back tomorrow because it is 10 p.m. and he just left. So, instead of doom scrolling, I'm making a change right now. I'm gonna read this book that Zach actually already had in his possession. So I might as well start here. It's free and we own it already. I have seen this movie. I'm up to speed on the Hunger Games, okay? This is not the one that I wanted to read, but then I remembered that I haven't read this one. I read the other three when they like came out when I was a child. Those were like the only books that I read because I was in it, I was invested, and I realized that I have not read this one. So the plan is, first book of my adulthood that I'm going to read, this one, and then I'm going to read, what is the other one called? Sunrise on the Reaping, I think, the purple one. I'm going to source that somehow. I'm trying not to buy it, but there's like 500 people on the wait list at the library, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna work. Maybe I'll get my mom to like try to get hers. Not doing anything else, I'm literally going to sit here and read this and then go to bed because it, again, 10 p.m. and I need to get up relatively on time for a Sunday for me so I can edit this vlog and put it up tomorrow because I don't have one scheduled. This is going up literally tomorrow. So when you're seeing this, if you watch it when I post, it's the night before. And you guys will see it tomorrow in probably early afternoon because I yapped a lot in this video. But with that being said, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for lasting this long in the video. If you did, I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments, all the likes, all the subscribers. I love catching up with you guys. I love sharing my life with you. And I hope you guys enjoy it also. And that's about it. Me and the trio, he's right here under the blanket. We're peacing out for the night. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.